Wow, that is what I'm still thinking after coming out of this house. I've been trying to get into this community for over a month now, and I finally got in. I just got a video of this house, and oh my gosh, you guys are not going to want to miss this. Super rare community. It is an active adult community, but probably one of the most rare active adult communities that you're going to find. They offer anything from wine tasting classes, they've got cooking classes, they've got, I've shown you in the here, I'm gonna show you in the video, they've got a full clubhouse, indoor outdoor pool, spa, fitness center, anything that you can imagine. And I mean, come check out the street over here. I'll get this camera flipped around, but I mean, look at these streets. You don't see cars parked here. You see nice, big open homes with privacy. This is not something that you're gonna find in this community. And we're in the Upper Gwynedd location, which usually costs over $1 million to have a place like this. So I'm going to show you guys around the community here. I'm going to walk you through this house, and then at the end of the video, you'll have to let me know if you were considering this lifestyle, this community, is this a house that you would consider? I'm curious to know your thoughts. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into this video. All right, so just flip the camera around here. This is the front street view of the house. I'm going to show you some clips of the community as well. It is a gated community. I'm going to show you some access to the pool and the clubhouse and all of that. So we'll throw those clips into here, but this is the street that the home sits on. I will say that a lot of these homes are very close together. However, you're going to see, I told you that, I'm going to show you some things in the back and stuff. So you do get some privacy as close as these homes are together. But you get like just very hidden homes, right? Like you can barely see this home. You can barely see this home. Even when you're from this angle over here, it's hard to see this home behind the trees. So, and over here it breaks up a little bit less, right? You have less greenery and less shrubbery. But at least on this street and kind of going behind me, you're gonna get a lot of coverage, by these greeneries on this street right here with these big mature trees. And if I'm quiet for a minute, you can hear the birds, crickets, cicadas. All right, enough bird watching, but very quiet, clean street. You don't see cars parked everywhere. Mailboxes or cluster boxes up there, so you're gonna see a lot of people walking and lingering around in this area. But a very quiet street. You're gonna have all single family houses around here. They do have some townhouses back in the community a little bit further. You're gonna have all single family houses on this side, and then back here you are gonna start to get some townhouses. So you see you got 2 garages, 2 entrances. So they're gonna have styles of life for all types of people here. We're gonna walk over here. I'll take you through the house here and I'll walk you guys through it. And then you can let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Zach, and I've lived in this area for my entire life. Since being a licensed real estate agent for the last 4 years, I get calls and texts every single day from people just like you that are looking to make a move. So I figured, why not start a YouTube channel so that people like you can know everything that you need to know when you're making a move to this area. If you or somebody you know is making a move to the area, you can reach out to me via text, call, email, even schedule a free Zoom consultation. That's what I would prefer. Let's meet face to face, and I'll show you how we're helping families all over the country relocate to this great state. Let's not waste any more time and get into the video. All right, so we just stepped into the house here. I'm gonna shut this front door. Just a little bit noisy out there with some birds and insects and critters, just mourning going on here. But you guys saw this community. It is super quiet. Literally not even cars are able to be parked on the street here. So a super clean community. And I'll just tell you again what this community has to offer. You got the clubhouse, the pool. I'll read this list right here. You get a ton of amenities. This is a 55 or plus community here. You're gonna have a lot of emphasis on single story, on that active lifestyle. When you buy a house in this community, you're gonna have the clubhouse, you're gonna have an indoor and outdoor pool, a hot tub, an event space. You're gonna have a fitness center, an aerobics room. You're also not just gonna get access to the pool, the fitness centers, the amenities. You're also gonna get access to clubs, to trips. What do they do here? They do wine tastings, they do excursions, they do cooking classes. They do a ton of activities to keep you active, to keep you moving, and to keep you in great shape. We are stepping into the house here. I'll turn this camera around. And the first thing that I said when I stepped into this house was wow. I haven't shown you the wow factor yet. I will here in a minute. But here's the front foyer. This is just when you walk in. This is a very large home. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's just over 3,800 square feet. And it is worth it to mention that the HOA is about $400 a month in this community. That's gonna give you access to all of those things that we had just talked about, but I'm gonna give you that wow factor now. We're turning here from the front door, and you get this big open, and this camera might not even do it justice. You've got 12-foot ceilings in here, you've got 10-foot doorways, and then you've got all this other open space in here that just makes this house feel very, very large. Let's start on this side of the house, and we'll kind of wrap our way around before we get upstairs. So just off of the front door here, we're gonna have the dining area. This is gonna be a very, very large dining area. Just looking at this little table right there in the space, you could have a much bigger area. This is gonna be great if you've got the kids over, the grandkids, whatever it is, extended family. You're gonna have a ton of space to entertain, hang out here on any of the holidays that you might celebrate. If you look up here, you've got that character in that ceiling, that tray ceiling idea. Very, very large room. This is probably about 20 foot by about 20 foot right here. And then back to the foyer again. You are gonna have a doorway right here that will let you in and out of the kitchen. So if you are entertaining, you're bringing food in and out, you're gonna have a lot of good access to get in and out of there. We'll walk into this back room. This is gonna be a living area, a half bath, and an office type room. So I'll show you all of this. So stepping into the family room here, another very, very large size room. I'm gonna step back here to this corner, pan around to the room, and I'll show you guys what these rooms are. I'm right here by the fireplace, so let me get this turned around. First thing is a ton of windows. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you have 12 windows right there up here on this wall, a ton of natural light. I don't know if you could see out of the window, but there are houses right behind that. I'll show you that at the end of the video when we go outside and look at the backyard. But this is just off the front door. So you got the front door over there, there's the dining room. We walk through here, you've got a half bath and an office right here. Carpet feels great, nice and plush. Doesn't seem dirty or pooled or stained. Another smaller eating area just off this little courtyard, which I'll show you guys here later in the video. That's gonna be super, super cool. Not a lot of floor plans in this community have that. So that's also super unique to this house. Let's walk back here. I'll show you the office. Wow, there's every room in this house is very large. So we've got this office. I probably would have taken the carpet out. You'll have to let me know if this was your office, would you leave the carpet in here or would you take the carpet out? I do like carpet, you know, in some areas like living areas or bedrooms, but here in the office, I would probably prefer to have hardwood, but this is super, super cool. This is probably where I would have my studio set up, have my desk here, you know, all of my stuff back there. And then when we jump on a Zoom call, this is what you guys would see. Just wanted to take a minute and say if you guys are planning to make a move to this area, I've lived in this area my entire life and I've been a licensed real estate agent for the last 4 years, so I've helped hundreds of families in different scenarios, and I would love to help you. If you're looking for a local who knows everything about this area, stuff that you can't find on Google, you can't find it on Instagram or Facebook, you can only find it from someone who has lived in this area from this entire life, born and raised here. You can reach out to me right here, text, call, email. I'd honestly prefer to get on a Zoom consultation. We can meet face to face, it's free, and just align ourselves and show you how we're gonna make your move stress-free. Let's get back into the video. All right, so showing the desk here, we've got another lot of natural light. We've got another 4 windows in here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 actually, I'm sorry. Another 10 windows. You've got 2, 4, 6 right there. And then you've got some more windows right there. So very great room, very large size. I like the glass doors. You can close these doors, so if you get on the call, if you're a real estate agent and you record YouTube videos like myself, we can shut that door, have it nice and quiet, and do what we need to do. Just off of this, which is super nice, you don't have to walk far if you're you know, working a lot or super busy. You've got your half bath. So this half bath is going to be shared with everything down here on the first floor. There's also something super unique on this first floor that I'm gonna save towards the end of the video that I think just makes this home completely worth it. You're really not gonna find this in a lot of homes today, especially in this area. So I think this will be super unique. I'll show you guys that once we get through the kitchen here. All right, so I've shown you everything in here. You had the office there, you had the half bath. This is the family room, which I'll give you another pan of. And then this was just the entrance to where we walk in. We'll take a look at all this momentarily. Here's the family room again. Walking back through here. This is gonna be super great. This house is really not showing its age, given that it was built in 2005. It's a very large home, a very grand home. You can even tell right here, the kitchen looks not updated, but pretty modern. You really wouldn't need to come in here and do a lot of work unless you wanted to. A lot of the stuff that would be in here, maybe the new floors, the new kitchen counters, cabinets, a lot of that would just be personal preference. But I think this home shows great. It's not showing it's a dated home. It's not showing that it's not maintained. And it's asking just over $800,000. So that price point in this area is almost unheard of. And we're in Upper Gwynedd, which is one of the most expensive and just luxurious towns in this area. All right, walking through here, I'll show you guys this kitchen. You do have this little eating area. So maybe you have a less of a formal meal, a quick breakfast, a quick dinner. You could sit in here. You get a lot of natural light. It feels nice and open. And maybe just, a little bit closer. If you got people cooking or cleaning or just hanging out in the kitchen, it could definitely, put everyone together. Oops, sorry, I hit the blinds there. But I thought this was interesting. I don't know how much room you would have for stools here. Maybe if you got rid of this table and you get rid of this table, maybe you could put a little shelf over there of a wine bar, a coffee bar, whatever, and then you can maybe put some stools here. I think that would be cool. I just don't think you could do the stools with the table. The chairs might hit and it just might be tight to walk. I'll show you guys this. This is gonna be a door that goes outside to a courtyard, only specific to this floor plan, this model home. So I'll show you guys that later in the video. It's gonna actually tie in with one of the things I said was super unique about this house. So I'll show you that when we get there. Walking into this kitchen, a gourmet style, the ovens on top of each other. You've got the gas cooktop, no vent fan, which you could easily put in there. Great size kitchen right here. All right, coming out of the kitchen now, I've just shown you guys everything on this left part of the house, this left wing of the house. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys what's on this part of the house. You've got another formal dining room, you got another laundry room, and then you've got something that's super unique that I don't wanna share or spoil yet. So let's just flip this camera around. Let's go walk through here and I'll show you guys what this house, and I'll show you guys what this side of the house has to offer. So walking through here, these staircases are gonna be super cool too. I wanna save it for when we get up there, but maybe you can get a little sneak peek of it as we walk past. These are both gonna be closets. So you've got a closet there, you've got a closet there. Actually, there's some storage underneath the steps. I don't know if it might be in this closet. There was some storage underneath the steps. So you could go in there. It's too dark, but you could go in there. There's some storage behind the steps, so it's not wasted dead space. And a lot of people consider that when buying a place. What space is being wasted or dead or unusable. Once again, 12-foot ceilings. You've got the crown molding, the thick crown molding up in here. You got the white pillars, which give it a lot of character as well. Makes that room feel a little bit larger, a little bit bigger. So this is just a formal living room, no TV, good size. Could really be anything that you want, pool table, game room, office, whatever. Bar, you could put a bar in there. Going through this wing right here, that's gonna be the garage. We don't need to show you that. It's just gonna be all open. It's just gonna be an empty garage. 3-car garage, or 2-car garage, I'm sorry. 2-car garage, nothing very special there. These are just closets, so cloak closets when you come in the house right here. Here's gonna be the laundry room. This is probably one of the most dated parts of the house, if I'm being honest. You've just got old appliances, linoleum floor, not great cabinets. So this is definitely the older part of the house, but it's the laundry room, so not a lot of people come in here. It's not often used, maybe like a kitchen or some other parts of the house are. Now this is the moment I've been waiting for. When I came into this place, or I saw this place online, it was super, super unique, and this is why I had to show you guys this house. I don't know if I mentioned it at the start of the video, but it literally took me probably like a month to get into this community, just trying to find a house that was for sale and then trying to get in from there and schedule showings. And this is a very, very desirable community, and there's not many houses that come for sale often, and when they do, they typically go quick. They've got a lot of demand. They go maybe typically over asking. And actually this one is still sitting on the market, had a pretty significant price improvement. And I think this could be a great home for somebody to come in here, get an amazing deal, and have an even better lifestyle. This has actually caught my attention right here. Here's another age of the home, right? This is part of the 2005 age. You've got this little closet, you know, linen closet, towel closet, that I thought was super unique as well. Well, let's go in here, because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is going to be the primary bedroom down here on the first level. And it's not just a primary bedroom, this is a primary suite. You've got massive ceilings, you've got a ton of space. It's just, this is not something that you find every day. First floor in this type of home, in this area, at this price point. This is going to be super, super unique. I love how every room had a different color as well. Like this is a more green color. I think that one of the other rooms was a yellow color. So dated in here as well. I mean, you could tell you've got older cabinet designs and closet designs in here, organization. You're gonna have another closet over here just for some more stuff. So a dual closet across from each other. Coming in here, you've got this grand bathroom. You've got two vanities. You've got the tub. You've actually got a window. I know it's horrible lighting, so I apologize, but you've actually got the window on either side, which just gives it a ton of natural light, obviously, as you can see. But great sized bathroom. You're gonna have the toilet right in here. So the toilet is gonna be separated from everything. And then you've got this stand-in shower, easy entry. You just walk right in. You've got all of the handrails already on there, right? So 55 and older living. You've already got all of these handrails in the bathroom. Shower on there, so that's going to make that a lot easier. And then you get tile just going up to the perimeter of that shower. I'm gonna head out of here just because the lighting is really bad. Those windows, it provides a ton of natural light, but these windows are just really messing with these settings on the camera here. So I'll walk back out here. I'm gonna turn this around. I don't know how good of a view you guys are gonna get of it, but I'm gonna show you guys on the camera as well, my other camera as well. Out here, you're gonna have a courtyard. So you do have some other houses around, if you know, you could tell through here, but I'll walk you guys around the house out here. I'll show you this on my other camera when we get through the end of the video. This is gonna be super, super unique. I mean, a lot of privacy. Not every house in this community is gonna have this. So I'll show you guys that when we get there. Let's go look upstairs now. There's not a whole bunch up there to look at, but I really wanted to show you these steps right here. Super, super unique. Honestly, it added to part of the wow factor for me when I walked into here. So we'll turn this camera around. I'll take you up here. Let me just give you one more pan. So you've got the steps right here. Front door's right behind me where we just walked in. You've got this very open layout when we come in, and you'll see when we get up there what I'm talking about. So we're gonna walk up these nice grand steps. Very wide steps. They're gonna be wider than your usual steps. And then right here I thought was pretty cool. You're gonna be able to go left or right. There's not too many houses under $1 million, honestly, that have these type of features in terms of steps and openness and layout. So I thought this was super, super unique. You come up the steps, you have two different ways to go up. We walk up here, very grand. It feels very large. And you know, you don't have a ton up here. You've got 3 bedrooms. I'll show you what the 3 bedrooms are up here. So here's bedroom number 1. This is gonna be a legitimate bedroom because you've got the closet. If there's anything I had to say about this house, it would be that this upstairs is definitely just the more dated part. You could just tell some of the carpet is, you know, needing to be replaced. You've just got older carpet right there. You've got older fixtures on the doors. You're gonna have an older bathroom in here, pretty similar to, not even similar to the primary. This is probably older than the primary that we saw downstairs. This is gonna be bedroom number 2. These rooms are insane. Like, these rooms are very, very large. This is almost the size of some primary suites. I mean, I've seen primary suites that are smaller than this. This is a very, very large size room, larger than normal. But I think it goes great. I mean, if this is a community that you're looking for in a house, having this size of room is amazing. And none of these are primary, these are all secondary bedrooms. So we saw this bedroom, bedroom number 1, we saw the bathroom, we saw bedroom number 2, and then I'll show you bedroom number 3. Bedroom number 3 is gonna be the most unfinished. I don't even know if this one is technically a bedroom. It doesn't have the closet. It doesn't have the closet, so this one's not technically a bedroom. This is like a utility room. You've got the hot water heater, you've got the furnace, but then you've got carpet. So like this one's not technically considered a bedroom because you don't have a closet. Now, if you were to put a closet in here, you would be able to classify it as that. However, this could just be a storage room. This could be, I mean, really anything that you want it to be, this room could be it. You just have to take these into consideration when, you know, wanting to build something or put something around here, flooring, whatever it is. All right, I've just shown you everything up here on the main level here. I'm gonna go down my favorite steps. Should I pick the left side or the right side? If I came up this way, I'll go down this way. But before closing out the video, I did want to put you guys on my other camera. I want to show you guys just the outside, the out back a little bit, show you some of those living areas, and then we can close out the video. Before closing out the video, I told you I was going to show you something super, super unique in this courtyard back here. I'm walking through the kitchen right now. I'll get this camera turned around. I'll show you guys what's here in the backyard. You're gonna have a ton of privacy, actually super, super unique. And it goes from this kitchen to the primary. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you guys what's out there. All right, so just flip the camera around here. I'll walk out here. This door should still be unlocked. But you're gonna have access from both, like I said, the primary suite and here. Out here on this little balcony, little paver patio, it's gonna be your yard. You get a little patch of grass, so if you do have a dog or a pet, you know, they can go out. There's tons of dogs and pets out there walking around right now that I saw when I got into the home earlier. But this is gonna be your little yard right here. You do have some privacy. Not every house is gonna have this patio. You know, you can tell that one doesn't have as nice of a patio, and you can't even tell where this patio is. But super, super nice. You do have stucco on the back here. That's gonna be the primary bath. This is gonna be the primary bed. Walk back through here. And you can put a grill, you can put an umbrella, a shade. You can do some lounge chairs right here. You can literally do anything you imagine. You can even put some greenery right here if you wanted to block out that window. That way they're not looking at you or, you know, seeing what you're doing when you're in your backyard. And I'll walk down here and just show you the side of the house before we close out the video. Ton of shrubbery, ton of greenery. See, everyone has their own little patios. Those ones are just back to back, so they can probably see each other. That one's super nice as well. So everything's gonna be well done, very private, very natural. Thank you again for watching the video. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe so that you guys don't miss any other content. I post 2 videos a week, every Tuesday and every Thursday. And I've got a ton of good content coming. Mistakes when buying a home, underrated towns, even home tours like this on homes that are just super, super hard to get into. I told you that I took over a month just to get this booked, to get into here, to film. So you guys are gonna get access to all of that on the YouTube channel. Comment down below if you guys are moving to the area. Is this a community that you guys would consider? This is probably the greatest active adult community in this area. I had done a video on a community in Phoenixville, and I think this one is just as similar. You've got the gated entrance, you've got all of the access to amenities, and here you've got the access to the clubs, to the groups, to the excursions, the wine tastings. There's a ton of stuff that you can do here. If you or somebody you know is looking to make a move to the area, you can reach out to me via text, call, email, even schedule a free Zoom consultation. That's honestly what I would prefer. Let's meet face to face, and I'll show you how we help families all over the country make their move to this amazing state. I'll put my information up here on the screen just out of ease of convenience. And until next time, I will see you around the neighborhood.